into the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Smith's Chiefs going up against Ryan's Falcons. So let's get over to the ATL, Atlanta. Standing by our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Boxer to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. First down, it's Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And a look at this offensive unit now, and you see who we have highlighted, partner.
Jamal Charles, one of the most exciting, productive running backs in the NFL.
Here's Smith now on second down. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Charles, Tyreek Hill finished the year with 593 yards, 6 touchdowns, and we saw how he can be versatile, his explosiveness. Only made $450,000 this year. He's just 22 years old. Did he make some money for the future years, though?
Oh, there's no question about that. He made excellent money for himself through incredible play. And to show his impact, I thought we'd go back to the playoff game against Pittsburgh. When Pittsburgh, in their first kickoff, kicked away from him and gave up big-time field position, and Kansas City rolled down and scored, for the rest of the game, they decided, let's kick to him and try and bottle him up. They were successful in this game, but it just shows the impact he has that people want to keep it away from him.
7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Smith on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Here we go on fourth. Smith. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So second and 10 here. Throwing again is Smith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. Again, Smith. And able to find Conley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now Ryan on second down. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Torlolo. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 65 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the turnover on the fumble. And they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Charles, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, here's Smith. And this will be incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to throw, Smith. And Conley's got it over the middle. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Smith, and this is caught. He hits Maclin. Give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Hill with it over the middle. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Matt Ryan was incredible against Green Bay, wasn't he? You talk about locked in, throwing the football. Just absolutely incredible. 4 touchdown passes and ran one in. And that put him in some pretty good company there for some other guys who've done the NFL playoffs.
Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, and then there's another one who's done it. Who's that?
Tobin Rote, 1957 Detroit Lions.
Yeah, so those guys, the only 4 with 4 touchdown passes and a touchdown run in the playoffs. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, one thing we run into in sports all the time is people discussing whether teams achieved all that they can achieve. And for the Atlanta Falcons in recent years, I think a lot of people thought they were underachievers. They erased that with this year's playoff run to the Super Bowl.
Last year had the hot start to the season, petered out, and just when they've been able to get to the playoffs, haven't been able to get over that proverbial hump. I think they're over that hump.
Yeah, I think in this recent run, and this is what I'm talking about maybe since about 2005 or so, they did have one NFC Championship game appearance against San Francisco, but many thought they should have won that one. Now they're on to the Super Bowl in 2017.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. The first Sanu, 4 seasons in Cincinnati where he never won a playoff game. Now in Atlanta, off to the Super Bowl.
It's a nice change for him, isn't it? And it's the one that every player is looking for when they change franchises. And for him to do that his first year in Atlanta, but he also brings a lot of life out wide as a receiver. And then how about when he does the changeup as a Wildcat quarterback and can carry it inside?
Yeah, just an extra component to an already powerful Atlanta offense. And finding the tight end Hooper. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that leads to an Atlanta first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. But there's no doubt in my mind, partner, that he's one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best. And the argument's going to be short. It's a small sample. Julio Jones right there at the top because of his ability to do everything. Catch it, run it, his strength running patterns. How about the way he knocks people off of routes and continues them and finishes in the end zone?
He did all of that against Green Bay. A beautiful toe tap in the end zone for 1 touchdown. And then stiff-arming tacklers down the sideline. At 73 yards to the house, he was something.
And it's interesting you mentioned the toe tap. That people thought maybe his effectiveness would be limited because of a toe injury. We saw no ill effects against Green Bay in the NFC Championship game.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, you gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay. Now let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always talk, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, 63 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the gears will shift here as Atlanta will take over on offense. And speaking of gear shifting, a new change in Atlanta. They're going into a new stadium next year. But what a way to say goodbye to the Georgia Dome, huh?
They closed out in the style that they wanted to and the way that they played throughout the 2016 season. And I go back to when they opened it up in preseason, the first game ever in the Georgia Dome. They threw a bomb on their first series for a touchdown. And it felt the exact same way against Green Bay in the NFC Championship game.
It opened in 92, and you're right. It finishes in dramatic fashion. And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Check. Shoot. Get up. Check.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And give him 12 yards and a first down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Ready. There we go. Kill. Turn up. Get up. SOS. Left. Kill.
On 1st down, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. 11 yards for number 11.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Ryan connects with Sanu right side. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Again, Ryan. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They come out here in the eye. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This time, Ryan will throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be first down Atlanta. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
To throw is Ryan. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it cost them 5 yards. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's Ryan to throw. He's going to fire. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They are going for it. It's Smith. Going back to Macklin. This time he's got him. Complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come up in an offset eye. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Ryan, and this one's incomplete. Back now in Atlanta. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Now he's forced out right. His pass caught at the 4. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch. Gets his feet down. Sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Time running out here on the play clock. Whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel real. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Got to run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary football?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brooks Reed in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball rodent free and brings up 4th down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And taken right at the 35. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get him running right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Let's try a little trickery here on the end around. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one.
59, ready. Twist, 59, ready.
The play clock's running down. They come out with one back, and the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
3 down. Ready. Let's go. Check 3. Ready.
Little motion now from the tight end.
Hey, let's go. Crunch. Hey, press.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he rifles one incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Ryan keeps it on the sneak. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got